let's move on here for a moment. It's almost 10 past the hour to our friend Geraldo, who joins us always with his daily take on things. And today it's Dolly Parton.
Hey, Connell.
How you doing? What do you say about Dolly?
Tragedy, awful. Well, you know, I wrote down some of the things I was thinking about Dolly. Saucy, sexy, happy, positive, inclusive, optimistic, kind, confident. You know, she really was one of a kind. What category, how important was her passing? I put it at like Elvis and Robin Williams, Mr. Rogers, Lucille Ball, I Love Lucy. But she's in that category, you know, that everybody feels like that we know her, that we knew her. You know, I feel selfishly that I'm glad that I didn't die in the same week she did. Nobody would have noticed me passing.
No,
you know, she's just so big a star, so wonderful. And I also think, remembering back last year when her husband passed, that you know, I believe in love and that romance, and I think that tragedy was something that set her back.
March of last year, I
I'm
believe.
just sorry, shocking that she's gone. She'll always be part of our cultural history. I'm glad the president has recognized that, lowering the flags to half-staff starting 6 o'clock Eastern time today. You know, so it's just one of those things where everybody's on the same page. You know, a wonderful, wonderful woman, generous, the Imagination Library, so significant. You know, giving a book to every little kid.
Yes.
It's such an amazing, generous thing to help everyone, to help society. She was the bridge between country and the rest of the entertainment world. A wonderful, wonderful businesswoman. You know, everyone's talked about her entrepreneurial skills. Her, you know, she would negotiate with anybody and everybody. She just was a formidable, wonderful, positive person whose energy is just positive. I mean, she made bosoms popular, you know, in her outfits, but she was so proud of it. She would brag. She was wonderful about it.
She did have a sense of humor, a self-deprecating sense of humor.
She had a great sense of humor.
Other issues. We knew you'd be the one that would bring that into the conversation today. By the way, I think...
Well, you've been on the air for an hour and 15 minutes. About that.
Yeah, how did I not get to that earlier? When you were... You know, I was thinking about this earlier. You'd be a good person to ask. There are a lot of people that have great talent or put something out into the world that's spectacular. There's singers or actors or actresses or athletes, whatever it is. I wonder what it is about Dolly Parton that makes everyone say the same thing. Maybe it's all that she gave away rather than, you know, just her talent. I don't know, but it really is something special.
I think that's her generosity is certainly part of it, but I think that it's grander than that, though. It's the fact that here was a person who you sincerely believed would be friends with anybody, that she would be helpful to anybody. Yeah. She would be compassionate toward anybody. She would be, I mentioned inclusive. She was, I'm talking, when I say inclusive, I don't just mean the fact that she could do rock and roll and Hall of Fame and country and, you know, American standards. It's bigger than that. She would be friends with, you could see Dolly Parton and you would think that you knew her. You would see that you would have the vibe. I had the sense, I never met her, have the sense that if we went in the same room, she would be friends with me, or, you know, a richer person, a poorer person, man, woman, American, or, you know, not. I just have that. She's one of those people who really was a crossover in every sense of the word. She deserved that star. She's one of the great stars, and I think that history will regard her as such.
I think you're right. The crossover appeal. Yeah, the great Geraldo Rivera, as we remember, the great Dolly Parton, dead at the age of 80, and our coverage will continue.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.